here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Wednesday, another Wednesday in the books. Wanderlust Wednesday, throwing stuff at you. You may not know, you may not remember, but until you hear it or anything in between. What are we talking today? We're going to Canada today. A lot of people might be going to Canada. 1973. Everyone else watching Handmaid's Tale this past week? I know I have been. We are talking about the band Honeymoon Suite. Who remembers Honeymoon Suite? Raise your hand. 1981 out of Niagara Falls, Ontario. See the connection? Niagara Falls. Official, unofficial, mostly unofficial honeymoon destination place, Niagara Falls. Do people still go to Niagara Falls for their honeymoon? I mean, that was just a thing at some point, right? But is that the case anymore? I don't know. Anyway, these guys were formed again, 1981. They had kind of the typical story of a lot of revolving players, but 1983, brand new lineup except for Johnny D, D-E-E, Johnny D, vocals and guitar for those 2 years, and then switched vocals to rhythm guitar and brought in some new members. One of them was Derry Green, and he became their primary songwriter, and he wrote a song. They were an unsigned band called New Girl Now, and that got them signed. They won an unsigned band contest at Q107 in Toronto. And We Are Canada signed them, and they put out their debut album in June of 1984. And they re-recorded New Girl Now. And this one had 4 hits in Canada on it, by the way. Burning in Love, Wave Babies, Stay the Night, and New Girl Now. We're going to talk more about New Girl Now in just a second. But they also then recorded another record. They had a song on Miami Vice, as one would in the mid-'80s. The episode was One-Eyed Jack. Remember that one? I know I do. The second album, The Big Price, did well in Canada. 4 hits, equally as well as the debut. Then they did like the Lethal Weapon soundtrack. I didn't know there was a Lethal Weapon soundtrack, like a theme song. I had to go back and pull up the video. It's a slow song. I don't know, their music kind of went in a somewhat different direction there. They went to LA in 87 to try recording an album. Poor Johnny D got hit by a car in LAX, as one would, and had to have a rod put in his leg. He's recovering. They brought in Michael McDonald, who did some work with them, even sang backup on one of the songs. In 88, they got Ted Templeton of Van Halen fame to produce their record. They did tours throughout the 90s. I mean, they had hits in movies, some hits here and there. Were never really huge in the United States after that. They had, a couple of things here and there. But then they went on a hiatus, put out an album in 2002 after 11 years. You know how that story goes. But your song of the day is New Girl Now. That's why we brought this song on, because we were listening to that in 1984. Fletcher's back talking again. And we just loved this song. It was on WPLR, and it was hard to get as an import. Like, it was hard to get the song. You get the 45, but it was hard to find the record. I mean, they had that album cover with the heart-shaped bed with the spikes on it. We thought they were a heavy band. We thought they were we're thinking like heavier than what the rest of their music was, I think. Yeah, there's Fletcher again, 2 days in a row. And so anyway, New Girl Now, it's a great song, which just reminds me of that summer of 84. Went to number 23 in Canada, number 57 in the US. Great song. You guys remember this song? You're going to crank that up here. Maybe I'll throw some of the other songs on there, but really your song of the day is Honeymoon Suite, New Girl Now. Tell me if you remember it. It's a good one. Whatever you're doing today, hope it involves music, and as usual, that's right, guys. I'll catch you on the flip side.